The Viking Age, stretching from the late 8th century to the early 11th century, is one of history's most thrilling and transformative eras, defined by the bold adventures of Norse seafarers. Hailing from the rugged Scandinavian lands, these fearless warriors set sail on daring raids, striking fear into the hearts of coastal communities across Europe. Yet their legacy goes far beyond the clang of swords and the loot of treasure. The Viking story is one of evolution, where raiders became settlers, traders, and artisans, shaping and enriching the cultures they touched in ways that still echo through history. Origins of the Vikings. To understand the Vikings, we must first explore their geographical roots in the Scandinavian regions of Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. These rugged landscapes, characterized by fjords, forests, and harsh climates, shaped the resilient spirit of the Norse people. The early Vikings were primarily farmers, fishermen, and traders, living in small communities that relied heavily on the resources of their environment. Viking society was structured around a distinct social hierarchy. At the top were the chieftains, who held power and influence, followed by the free men, skilled craftsmen, and traders. At the bottom were the thralls, or slaves, who performed labor-intensive tasks. Community life was vital, with strong bonds formed through kinship and shared responsibilities, often centered around communal gatherings and feasts. Key figures such as Ragnar Lothbrok and tribes like the Danes and Swedes played significant roles in shaping Viking history. Their legendary exploits and leadership not only fueled the Viking Age, but also left a lasting legacy that continues to captivate our imagination today. The Viking Raids. The Viking raids of the late 8th to early 11th centuries are infamous for their ferocity and impact on Europe. Driven by a combination of economic and political motivations, the Vikings sought wealth, resources, and new territories. The scarcity of arable land in Scandinavia pushed many Norsemen to venture beyond their borders in search of better opportunities. One of the most notable early raids occurred in 793 AD at Lindisfarne, a small island off the northeast coast of England. This brutal attack on the monastery marked the beginning of the Viking Age and sent shockwaves throughout Europe. Another significant raid took place in 845 AD, when a Viking fleet led by Ragnar's sons besieged Paris, demanding a hefty ransom for the city's safety. These raids had profound effects on European societies, leading to the establishment of fortified towns and changes in trade routes. The fear and disruption caused by the Vikings also prompted a cultural exchange, influencing art, language, and governance across the continent, forever altering the course of history, exploration, and trade. The Viking Age was not solely defined by raids. It was also a remarkable period of exploration and trade. Norse seafarers embarked on daring voyages that took them to far-flung destinations, including Iceland, Greenland, and even North America. Leif Erikson, a notable Viking explorer, is credited with reaching the shores of what is now Newfoundland around the year 1000, establishing a settlement known as Vinland. In addition to their explorations, the Vikings established extensive trade networks that connected them with the Byzantine Empire and the Middle East. They traded valuable goods, such as furs, amber, and slaves, in exchange for silver, silk, and spices. These interactions not only enriched Viking society, but also facilitated the flow of ideas and technologies between cultures. Through trade, the Vikings engaged in significant cultural exchanges, adopting new customs, art forms, and even religious beliefs. This blending of cultures helped shape the identities of both the Vikings and the societies they encountered, leaving a lasting legacy that transcended borders. Settlement and integration. As the Viking Age progressed, the Norse people transitioned from fierce raiders to established settlers, profoundly impacting the regions they inhabited. Viking settlements sprang up in England, Ireland, and beyond, with notable communities in places like York and Dublin. These settlements often began as trading posts, but quickly evolved into thriving towns, where Norsemen and local populations coexisted. The integration of Vikings into local cultures led to a fascinating blending of traditions, languages, and customs. Norse influences can be seen in place names, with many towns retaining Old Norse roots. Additionally, the Vikings adopted elements of local governance, religion, and agricultural practices, creating a unique cultural tapestry. The long-term effects of Viking settlement on European history are significant. Their presence contributed to the development of new political entities and trade networks, while also influencing the social structures of the regions they settled. This integration laid the groundwork for future interactions between cultures, shaping the trajectory of European history and leaving a legacy that continues to resonate today. Legacy of the Vikings. The legacy of the Vikings continues to resonate in modern culture and society, influencing contemporary literature, film, and art. From epic sagas to popular television series like Vikings, the portrayal of Norse mythology and Viking adventures captivates audiences worldwide. These narratives often romanticize their fierce warrior image while exploring themes of exploration and resilience. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in Viking culture, with museums, festivals, and reenactments celebrating their history. This renewed fascination has sparked a desire to understand the complexities of Viking life beyond the stereotypes of barbarism. However, historical misconceptions and myths surrounding the Vikings persist. Many people still associate them solely with raiding and pillaging, overlooking their contributions to trade, exploration, and cultural exchange. By examining the true nature of Viking society, we can appreciate their multifaceted legacy, which includes advancements in navigation, craftsmanship, and governance. Ultimately, the Vikings have left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness, shaping how we view history and culture today. Conclusion. In this documentary, we have explored the captivating journey of the Vikings, from their origins as fierce raiders to their transformation into influential settlers. We delved into their extensive exploration and trade networks, highlighting their significant impact on the regions they encountered. The blending of Norse and local cultures enriched European societies, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to shape our understanding of history today. Understanding Viking history is essential in a broader context, as it reveals the complexities of cultural exchange and the evolution of societies. The Vikings were not just warriors. They were traders, explorers, and settlers who contributed to the development of new political and social structures across Europe. If you enjoyed this exploration of Viking history, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel for more engaging historical content. Don't forget to like and share this video with fellow history enthusiasts. Your support helps us continue to bring fascinating stories from the past to life. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time.